回は新しいエリアへ向かいます。
Found something you should know about. More of Monroy's writing. Seems he discovered the same thing we did. About the packs transforming.
Does he say why? Why they would do that to themselves?
No. Only that he and his men stayed here for some time, studying and experimenting on the obelisk, trying to understand its powers while repelling non-stop attacks. But when he learned that his fort had fallen, he finally retreated back to his colony.
His colony? That means there could be more of them out there. We should look for them. After we find the signal.
Outrider, I don't want to alarm the others, but we're not alone. I can see someone. Out there. Wandering.
A wanderer, huh? Stay here. I'll check it out.
Because I need to know, that's why.
You again.
Oh. Seems we're searching for the same thing, but for different reasons. There's another monolith I need to examine over yonder. But the danger is too great.
You can't handle these creatures? I really find that hard to believe.
I don't fear the creatures. I fear what I would do to them. What I would unleash. But the monolith holds secrets. Perhaps there is a way back. Could you aid me in reaching it? You will be compensated.
Count me in.
What he said about fearing what he'd unleash. How long has he been altered? How long before the same happens to me? Maybe indulging him might get me some answers.
The monolith I seek is in a hidden chamber, accessible only to true children of Enoch. You have the fire of Enoch flowing in your blood. Find the broken bridge. The secret chamber will be nearby.
メインを進める前にサイドクエストをクリアしておきます。
Where is the native now?
August transformed into one of those ferals, attacked us, and I didn't have a choice.
None of them did.
Did you know about the packs? Why they changed?
The obelisk outrider. Find it, and you may have your answers.
Whoa. I don't know how I did that, but I made it work. Something got activated on the other side of the bridge.
But I was right about you. I didn't actually believe it. But you really are one of us, more than you know. Hurry now. Clear a path to the monolith. The end is near.
Ferals sure are drawn to those things. I'll have to clear them out. Why do you care about the obelisk?
I care about the knowledge it might bring me. Knowledge of what lies beyond the possible.
Mister? I don't know what you're talking about.
Then you're more fortunate than me.
There's the monolith.
Stand back. I can't foresee the reaction.
What reaction? Are you insane?
Would I know it if I was? Yes. Finally. I know what I need to do. Your compensation.
We're so close. The signal's coming from just beyond this ridge.
Stay on the lookout. You see any movement, run.
Sit tight, people. I'm gonna clear the way. It's time for some answers.
ではメインに戻ります。
What do we have here? Zahidi, I found some more writing from Monroy's people. I think we must be approaching their colony. It seems Monroy didn't believe the Pax were so peaceful. When their tech started getting fried, he suspected the Pax were trying to sabotage him. Then, just as a storm was brewing up, they caught the Pax doing one of their obelisk rituals.
Did Monroy think the Pax were causing the storm?
I thought the same thing when I first saw August in those ruins in the forest.
Monroy ordered his soldiers to stop them. It was on that day that Dr. Deere recorded the first...
Please, collect all the writing you can find for me. Perhaps we can learn their story.
After the first big storms burned out most of their tech, sounds like Monroy got furious. He demanded explanations from the Pax and access to their powers, but they didn't understand. They offered everything they could. They led Monroy through the jungle to their sacred city.
Probably this city. The place we've discovered.
Pax took him to the Grand Temple to try to show him how they communed with the anomaly. But Monroy thought it was a ploy to assassinate him. He ordered the executions of the Pax leaders and locked down the temple until he could learn how to control it himself. There are countless cages here. They're filled with skeletons. After they'd executed the Pax leaders, Monroy's people started moving into the city. This was their colony. They took over the homes of the Pax, forcing them to work for them, to serve them.
In other words, they made them slaves. They believed the loss of their machinery was the Pax's fault.
Doesn't matter what they believe. There's no excuse for enslaving another race.
Traces of powerful energy here. Somebody unleashed this on them. But who? If there's someone else wiping out ferals, I need to know who they are.
What has been done?
You.
I've been waiting for you.
Did you know about all this? What Monroy's people did here?
I was a part of it. Tell me, Altered. Do you believe in absolution?
That depends on who's doing the absolving.
It breathes.
What are you doing?
No. What you want to know is who I am. I was the second in command in Monroy's army. I did everything he commanded. I studied the packs. I learned their language. I knew my enemy. And then I exterminated them. Men, women, children. All for the human project. To seize their powers and turn us into gods. Nothing seems foul when you win. But when we began to lose, my regrets grew. Until I chose exile and wandered the desert seeking death. Instead, I was afflicted with this condition. Ripped apart by a storm. And cursed with the very power we tried to steal. I was the first of us. But now, I've finally found a way to make things right. And bring back the children of Enoch.
How?
Enoch is ripping through me! I don't have much time left! Will you help me? Keep the creatures at bay until I'm ready!
You're fucking crazy! Make it quick! Whatever you're doing, hurry it up. You're drawing more.
You must hold them back. It's almost done.
It sure doesn't look like it.
I'm trying to save them, damn it.
You're the asshole that you want to be saved. Here we go. More of these little shits incoming.
Will walk Enoch once more. Come on, change. Please!
Enough! What's done is done. There is no absolution. You either live with it or you don't.
There must be a way. I will see you again, I fear. Another time. Another place.
There's gotta be hundreds of dead packs here, executed, piled up. This whole city is a mass grave.
Monroy's people, they did this.
I think it's getting real clear. The packs were scared of. They changed themselves into ferals to protect themselves from us.
This place, it was a slave market. Seems like they got hit by the worst storm yet. Hundreds died, humans and packs. Some of the obelisks were damaged too, so whatever the packs once were doing to control the storms, they couldn't do it anymore. He feared an uprising, losing control as packs started to abandon the city. Nikolai Galyatkin, Monroy made him general and put him in charge of weapons production.
No doubt the same weapons the ferals used against them later.
Monroy. This palace is covered with flags, all with... It's gotta be his face. He made himself king of the packs.
A king?
A tyrant. Courtyard's clear. Monroy was sending out raids to hunt down the fleeing packs. And that's when the uprising he'd predicted finally found him. But it wasn't packs. At least, not as he expected.
The ferals. He never saw them coming.
But Monroy didn't retreat. That asshole dug in out there, in the desert, and tried to track them down where they were coming from. That's when he found the canyon and the great obelisk. He finally understood there who the ferals were. But that's when he got word that the city was under attack.
And so it was. The beginning of the end.
I've made it to the top. Palace is clear.
What do you see?
You better come up here and see for yourself.
This Monroy was a madman. Hey, there's a ship!
Is that the Caravel?
That's not possible. Caravel never left Earth. Its engines exploded. Tens of thousands died.
Then what the hell are we looking at?
The source of the fucking signal. Monroy's signal. There's no place beyond the storm. It's coming from in there, protected from the anomaly, just like the uplink in your goddamn briefcase.
I don't fucking understand.
Neither do I. It doesn't make any sense. Everyone saw the Caravel explode during its construction. Even if the people left on Earth were able to rebuild the ship, they left after us. We were the first. Nevertheless, what's certain is that Monroy enslaved August's people. He butchered them, and they turned. They mutated into savages willingly, so they could fight back.
I'm done with all this. Whatever's waiting for you on that ship, I want no part of it.
Tiago, you can't leave us now.
I thought you weren't a deserter.
What they did to August's people. What our people did to August, don't you see? Thank you for letting me walk a ways with you.
We're going to finish this. We're finding a way into the caravel.